I hate to be the one to point this out, but Katee Sackhoff does not have pronouns in her bio. We have seen over the last how many years since that cinematic middle finger, The Last Jedi, how people at Disney Lucasfilm who lean far left or just are far left, the types of fans that they attract, the type of harassments that they're completely fine with, they're just complicit with. We've also seen how they eat one another when the Oppression Olympics takes precedence. Right now we've got Pablo Hidalgo and Trisha Barr like fighting with each other. Like it's beautiful to watch. Like at this point, everyone's just watching the dumpster fire and enjoying it. Some people are still holding out hope, and those people still are witnessing what happens to Gina Carano, right? We'll see what happened to her, the type of harassment she comes under, how no one at Disney, no one at Lucasfilm is protecting Gina, telling Pedro, hey, maybe you should stop generating hate mobs and sending them at Star Wars fans. Maybe you should shut your mouth. There's so much effery, you know what I mean, going on over there. It has been for years, and that's why Disney Lucasfilm was a dumpster fire. After seeing the type of harassment that Gina has suffered, it worries me for anybody that I like becoming a part of Disney Star Wars. Not that I trust Disney Star Wars right now, but what the best bet for anything decent coming out of this is people like Jon Favreau running The Mandalorian, which is still going to lead to The Last Jedi, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what gets produced, because it's still going to end in crap. It's still going to end with the Disney sequel trilogy. But I have to say that I am a fan of the Clone Wars, the TV series, the cartoon. I'm also a fan of Katee Sackhoff. Been a fan of hers for a long time now. In my first book, The Phantom Menace Volume 1, I did come down on Ronald D. Moore's Battlestar Galactica. I had to, in the sense of defending the original fans who had grievances with that show. And I did that because I felt that it was relative to the topic, to the theme of my book about respecting original fandoms. Now, I am a fan of that show. I love both versions. I love the original Battlestar, and I love the new Battlestar. I do a show called the Pegasus Actual Podcast on Supreme Heretics channel every Thursday. Go check out Supreme Heretic. And we cover this show week to week. I love it. I love Katee Sackhoff, always have. And not just because she's beautiful, because I love her acting and her presence. I love her screen presence and what she brings. So I haven't seen The Mandalorian yet. I haven't seen The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 3, whatever the hell they're calling it, chapter, whatever. I have not seen it yet, to be honest. Pedro Pascal put a real bad feeling over this show. It's been difficult for me to even want to get involved in it again. I'm one of those people that is, in my heart, I'm done with Disney Star Wars, because of what these people in creativity, what the people working there have been allowed to say and do, how they hold their politics over creativity, a lack of creativity. I mean, geez, just look at from a certain point of view, just they don't know what they're doing there. I think Jon Favreau has an idea what he's doing, but like I said, it's hard to get invested in this when you know it's going to end with the Disney sequel trilogy, which is complete garbage. I'm trying to like anything that is decent, or at least middling, par, coming out of Disney Star Wars, because it is a dumpster fire. But when I found out, when I saw the screenshots of Katee being a part of this episode, I am now a little bit invested in seeing this episode. I'm going to review it on Nerd Cookie's channel, much bigger channel than mine, Hail Nerd Cookies. I think that's going to be at 8 p.m. Sundays, Eastern Standard Time on her channel. So I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch each of these episodes and review them, but it's not like the day that it comes out, I'm ready to jump and watch it, because I'm just, unless Gina's on the screen, and now Katee. Now Katee. This is my worry. This honestly is my worry, guys. We know how these far leftists are. We know how they have treated Gina. You can infer Gina's politics, Gina Carano's, but she doesn't really talk about them. That's great. That's awesome. I don't know anything about Katee Sackhoff's politics. I don't know them. I would guess she has them, but I don't know them. And you know what? That's glorious. Thank the gods I don't know. Because frankly, as a consumer, as a customer of escapism, I am really sick of privileged people preaching their virtue at me while telling me what a piece of crap I am. I am so sick of woke Hollywood. It's a breath of fresh air to have an actor just be an actor, just be an adult pretender, just play a role, provide escapism, something that I can view and I can judge based on the merit of the acting and the script and the sets and everything else, without having to, look at it like Pedro Pascal. I don't want to watch Pedro Pascal. I don't want to support anything he really has to do with, because he's a crap human being who sends internet hate mobs at women and minorities while saying he's fighting for equality or equity or whatever the crap. Just whatever pronouns in your bio, guy. So, speaking of that, that is the point of this video, actually. Katee Sackhoff does not have pronouns in her bio. How long will it be before the far left hate mob comes at Katee? Now, like I said, I don't know her social or political stance, and I don't need to know it. I think she's a wonderfully beautiful actress. I've enjoyed her so much. I will forever rewatch Battlestar Galactica. I don't care about the gender swap. I think she did honor to the legacy and the lore of Glenn Larson's epic. I think that she did a great job of a gender swap Dirk Benedict. I think that I love that character. I love that whole series. I love all those characters. And if any of y'all happen to be watching, hail to you. And so I'm looking forward for the first time in a little bit to looking at The Mandalorian, to looking at this episode. But what I fear is that the hate mob's going to come at her, right? Not the traditional fans. Don't get it twisted. Not the traditional Disney, not the traditional Star Wars fans. The Disney Star Wars fans. The ones who seem to be obsessed with sexuality and who you're sleeping with and crazy forms of genders and banging robots and just gobbledygook nonsense. People that don't know their effing pronouns, so they have to put them in their bio, and these people that obsess over nonsense and then generate hate mobs, get really intense and mentally ill on anyone who doesn't bend the knee to their rhetoric. It is an awful thing to witness, and I don't want that to happen to Katee. So that's my fear. How long is it going to take before someone questions her about anything and she doesn't give a positive enough answer, a confirmation, a bending of the knee to this terrorist's demands? How long is it going to be? We saw what happened to Gina. She doesn't bend the knee. Pretty much know where Gina stands. I don't agree with everything Gina thinks, all right? She endorsed Black Lives Matter. I think the Klan with a Tan is a racist hate group, and I want nothing to have to do with them. But that's not all of who she is. I don't see her on Twitter being political all the damn time. As a matter of fact, I see her being a very positive person. So I stand with Gina. I don't have no problem being friends with people of different opinions. There are people all around me that have different opinions, and I'm able to weather that and still maintain a bond. I hope that it doesn't happen. Now, mind you, I hope this doesn't happen, but I want to see how Katee responds, because frankly, I feel that she's the same type of personality as Gina. I think that we are actually getting strong, independent women working at Disney Star Wars, not people that live in an echo chamber, but real strong women with integrity, with morals, with a sound moral compass. I think we're finally getting that, and that's really going to bug these SJWs. That's going to drive them insane, because these women won't kowtow. They will not bow to the hive mind. They will not bend the knee to domestic social terrorism. They're not going to do it. And so, woe be to those who come after my girl, Katee Sackhoff. I can't wait to watch the episode that she's in. I'm probably going to watch that tomorrow before Nerd Cookie's show. Any of you out there that are Ronald D. Moore Battlestar fans, check out Supreme Heretics channel. We do that show every Thursday. It's a great show. We honor the legacy and lore. And anybody who's interested in The Mandalorian, check out Nerd Cookies. Please, guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe. I don't have an industry. I only have you. The Fandom Menace Volume 2 is still being... Jesus. Buy my book. Oh, please buy my book. I love you guys. I am author Stephen Walton. Be good to each other. Do not kneel. Peace.
The main thing is to protect these characters. Make sure that they still continue to live in the way that you created them. And that the universe of Star Wars continues to grow.
By 2018, far-left extremists in Hollywood had been perverting long-established, profitable science fiction properties as platforms to espouse divisive social propaganda. The vision of these creatives was to repurpose established franchises in the hopes of indoctrinating viewers into the bigoted groupthink of the American far-left ideology. Insanely wealthy producers and adult pretenders set to shame any fan who would not capitulate to their false narratives of virtue, using long-established weight in the legacy media to drive online hate mobs to attack any who dared speak against the woke narrative. Yet there were those who would not kneel before this oligarchy of money, media, and extremism. Those who had known the truth. Fandom is for everyone. The Fandom Menace Volume 2 covers the events of the year 2018 as a group of independent creators rose up together, inspiring the Star Wars fandom to speak out against the flagrant misuse of a property that was not meant to inspire division, but hope. Volume 2 will cover the voices who spoke out against cancel culture, such as the Gospel According to Mark with a C.
Thank God for Star Wars fans. If only Rian Johnson had said the same thing.
Mecha Random 42.
Star Trek, to me, is a hopeful, optimistic view of the future.
With chapters written by Stephanie Janicek, Smuggler's Cantina.
They're not answering any questions that the real fans want to know.
Jesse Milestone of Mindless Entertainment.
And I'm going to warn you right now, this here thing you're about to watch is probably going to involve a lot of yelling and a decent amount of swearing.
Itchy Baka of Disney Star Wars is dumb.
But this doesn't explain why, after Disney's acquisition of Star Wars, George would attend the premieres of The Force Awakens, Rogue One, The Last Jedi, and Solo.
And the Overlord himself, Dictor Van Doomcock.
Greetings, my friends. Our pop culture is under assault by corporations who would rather destroy our cultural heritage than build respectfully upon it.
This is an historical documentation of a group of people in the late 2000 teens who would not bow to the very worst in humanity, seeking to separate us along political lines while using our beloved modern mythologies to do so. They did not kneel. Will you? The Fandom Menace Volume 2, Rise of the Rebellion.